Okay, it is, what day is it? What day is it? Oh my God. Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning, and this is Hickory. Wednesday morning, July 28th, I think it is. And he has had 2 doses of the prednisone at zero.1 cc's. And last night he was really, really active, and this morning he is just sort of starting to get going right now. I put him in the litter box, and he did go on his own. I don't know. I'm seeing kind of like he's pretty much the same. It's from last night. But I just washed him, and so he's a little preoccupied with like licking himself and bathing, so he's like distracted. And he likes to play with this little string thing a lot. Let me see. Hey, Hickory, Hickory. Where you going? And he's still having difficulty with that front left paw. But this is really good. He's really starting to get engaged. He likes this thing a lot. His little string. My neighbor gave this to me for Layla, my other cat. Layla, my other cat, survived panleukopenia last year, and that was a long story. She was one of 4 kittens that I was fostering from the Humane Society of Broward County, and I, at the time, had another kitten that was about 4 months old, and I had just had him fixed. I brought him home with these 4 kittens, about 3 weeks old, and my cat, his name was Sparks. He died shortly after I had him neutered, and that's a long story. So I had him neutered, and I brought him home with the 4 kittens that were 3 weeks old, and he died a few days later, and we think it was the panleukopenia that killed him, because shortly after he passed away, then the kittens, the 3-week-old kittens that I was fostering, they all started dying, and Layla was the one that I had left. She survived it. Now, she's not in this footage. She's downstairs because she's a year old now, and she is the cat from hell because she is really feisty and just a really, let's just say she's a feisty little girl, and she likes to break stuff, and she's a little aggressive. So at this time, I am definitely keeping them separate. When I introduce them together, Layla is very disinterested in him, and then once in a while she'll hiss at him, so I just keep them separate, and I'm hoping that when he gets big and healthier, I'll put them together and he'll be able to handle her. But she probably weighs about 11 pounds, and I'm not putting them together. So anyways, that's the story. When I first brought him home and he started getting sick, I was concerned that maybe the panleukopenia virus was still possibly alive in the house, and that's what he had. That's what he contracted. But this is not the picture of panleukopenia, because with the panleuc, they die. They just die on you. And he has this neuromuscular thing going on that Dr. Romano believes is myasthenia gravis, possibly, but who knows. So we're doing the prednisone and hoping that he just starts to recover more. I've had him now for about a little over 3 weeks, and when I first got him, this kitten was totally normal. He was running, jumping, playing, pooping, peeing, licking, kissing, hugging, nuzzling into my neck. He was just, and of course still is, a sweetheart, lovey-dovey kitty. And then a few days after I got him, because apparently I seem to attract these animals that get sick, I think they know that I'll take care of them when they do. He got sick, really sick, and he started to lose his motor function. No, get out of here, you. Oh, that was Layla, you little bitch. That's the demon cat from hell. Goodbye, Layla. Okay, So anyway, the story goes that, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, he was perfectly healthy when I first brought him home, and then a few days after I got him, he started to lose his motor function. And when I first brought him into Hollywood Animal Hospital, the doctor who saw him thought that maybe he was just having worms because his abdomen was very big and he was full of food. And so she gave him an enema and treated him for worms, but he's just deteriorated neurologically in front of my eyes. And I brought him back the next day to see Dr. Ann Romano, who is my vet and has been for quite a while, and she has been treating him ever since. And so she thinks that it might be this myasthenia gravis, which affects people and dogs. But who ever heard of it in a little, kitten like this? He's maybe 5 or 6 weeks old now, and I got him. He was born outside of feral parents. He was born at a place called Flamingo Gardens in Davie, Florida, and Flamingo Gardens is actually a tourist attraction where they have many, many birds, but it's also a wildlife refuge, and people bring, he's hiding behind this chair, people bring animals that are hurt that they find on the side of the road, or birds that have fallen out of trees, and these people care for them in the animal care area. And so the place, it's like 60 acres of land, and so typically, of course they have some cats there, and they've tried everything to capture these cats, but they can't seem to catch like maybe 3 of them. So every year these few cats that they can't seem to capture, they have kittens, and this guy was one of them. So they scoop up the kittens and they bring them inside and they take care of them, and then they find homes for the kittens. And they're really great. I mean, they find homes for all the kittens that they get. And they try every year to capture these few remaining feral cats, but they can't seem to capture them. So every year they have, some kittens. And he was one of them. And he was the one I got. I wanted to get a little male. I wanted to get a male, not a female, because Layla is a female, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to get a male, get some, male energy back in the house. I thought my cat Layla would do better with a male, and this was the only male Siamese mix they had, and I wanted to get a Siamese cat or a Siamese mix. I had a Siamese cat in the past. I had him for almost 17 years. I had this Siamese cat. His name was Bunny, which is a stupid name for a cat, but his name was Bunny, and I had Bunny for almost 17 years, and I fell in love with the breed. I fell in love with Bunny, and I love the look of Siamese cats. I am kind of ashamed to admit it, but I'm very partial to the way they look, and I found that their dispositions are really sweet, especially like if they're not inbred. And this guy clearly is not inbred because he's a mix, but there's something wrong with him, and we're just going to do the best that we can and take it one day at a time. So this is what he's doing this morning, and he's just being a little jelly belly, little kid. And I'm going to let him stay out on the floor today instead of in his box. I made like a bassinet for him, because when he was not moving at all, I wanted to enclose him so he just wouldn't be, feeling like he was floating in outer space. So I've created this kind of bassinet here for him. This is a little thing where I just put his food. And he's by a window, and he can look out the window up at the sky and at the birds and the trees and stuff, because I'm crazy. All right. And so we just talked to Dr. Romano. We are not going to give him any of his any further deworming medication. He continues to eat kitten food, Royal Canin kitten food, and I give him cat milk with a little bit of benefiber in it. He is not defecating on his own. I have to give him little glycerin suppositories to make him poop, which he does not like me giving to him, but gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm trying to get him to, well, not trying, he wants to use the litter box to pee. I had been holding him over the sink and kind of just, rubbing his genital area to make him pee. But now that he can hold himself up again, I'm getting him, I put him in the kitty litter box, and he peed this morning for me. And I'm giving him sodium chloride out of an IV bag to hydrate him, because last week when he wasn't moving at all, but he continued to eat, he was just blowing up with, his stomach was getting so full of stool and poop, and he wasn't defecating. So I kept hydrating him in hopes that it would make him poop. But I think what I did was I diluted him out, and he got lethargic. And then when I brought him in again, his sodium and chloride were really, really low. His potassium was normal, but I think I just overdosed him on free water. So that's why now I'm giving him sodium chloride, normal saline, you know what I mean. Normal saline and chloride out of an IV bag when I give him fluids. And that's it for now. Over and out.